before we get out of here, we got to talk about LeBron. LeBron on the shoulders of his media thing, and I think we touched about it. Y'all know what the fuck should be happening here. Headline a few weeks ago that we talked about in regard to the trade deadline. He is now 284 points away from breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's NBA all-time scoring record. The final piece on a convincing resume for the greatest of all time. I got to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Do you think with the rate that he's been scoring, because this has been turning back the clock scoring, is he trying to get this done before February 9th and get out of there? Or is he just trying to get this done as fast as possible? I have no idea.
Usually I like to think that LeBron is playing games, doing things intentionally. I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. Honestly, right now, he is trying to desperately win basketball games. He
you
is.
Bought it. You bought
Are
it.
you watching these games? I mean, I'm watching literally, arguably or inarguably, the greatest basketball player ever out there balling.
Yeah.
With Dennis Schroeder, with Wenyen Gabriel, with Thomas Bryant, with Kendrick Nunn. There's literally, like, if you ask the novice NBA fan of another player on that team besides for Russell Westbrook, they can't even tell you anymore.
Yeah.
So, you know me. I think LeBron is a magician of the media. I think he messes with people's minds. I think he does all sorts of stuff because he's very smart and he's been playing this game since he was like 12. So he knows what he's doing. Right now, man, that guy is in a team that's 2 games out of the play-in game behind Oklahoma City. And I think like he's really desperately trying to tread water until Anthony Davis comes back. And that takes him shooting a ton and, scoring 30 plus points a game. So as much as I'd like to jump on your nefarious bandwagon here, I think this is one of the more honest things LeBron has done.
Honest? I don't know, man. Maybe he's starting to see that this Hollywood thing isn't all it's cracked up to be. House party had rotten.
Where's he going? All right, February 9th, he breaks the record. Okay, banners hung. He got his title in LA. Where's he going? Who's getting traded to what team and for what?
Well, let's see. Have you pulled up any mock drafts of where Bronny is projected to go? Because it's got to be like Wembanyama, Scoot Henderson, Bronny James in that order.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he's staying for now.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I mean, we also are only like a few weeks removed from Anthony Davis showing us like he's like sometimes the best player on the planet. So like I think LeBron is LeBron, and there's some idea in his mind. He's like, if I can keep us afloat and get us into the play-in, this guy comes back, and then all of a sudden, I'm fucking 72 years old, still winning championships. I don't know. Like, he's crazy like that. We're watching. The one thing I think you disregard sometimes, and you do it with Tom Brady too, is if you want to be LeBron James or Tom Brady, you got to be nuts. You're crazy. You are literally a crazed person as far as winning and competing goes. So like, I really don't think like those people touch a court and it turns on and off. I think they're maniacs, and they only know one speed. They only know one way. And I don't think once those people are in that situation, they're even cerebral about it,
By the way, as you were saying that, I looked up. He's averaging close to 35 a game, 284. So that means roughly 8 games to break the record. So they've got Memphis on Friday here. So that's one. Then they go to Portland, Clippers, Spurs, Celtics, Nets, Knicks. Guess what game is game 8? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He could potentially do it. If he just goes nuts, he could potentially do it Tuesday, January 31st against the Knicks at where else than Madison Square Garden.
That seems pretty. So that's with 35 a game.
Yeah.
Would be putting him to the Knicks.
And it would be before the February 9th trade deadline. Win-win for all sides.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this schedule here, and this is where you're right about LeBron. Because Game 7 is Brooklyn. Game 8 is New York at the Garden, which would obviously be a great place to break the
Yeah.
record. Game 9 is at Pacers.
Yeah.
Game 10 is at the Smoothie King Center.
Yeah, no.
And then you got back home again against OKC. So I do think he's probably eyeing that. Like he probably does want to break this in the Garden, just narrative wise. And I'm even looking. I mean, the ticket resale on that Knicks game is
Crazy.
already. You can't get in the building for less than $175. So
I would love to see a real race against the clock, February 9th against the Bucks. He's trying to get like Mr. 3000 style, like 2 more points before he gets traded. I'd love to see that happen.
Yeah,
who
it
knows?
would be great. It would be great. But, as I've noted many times on the show, here at the Tune-Up, we celebrate greatness.
Yeah.
I'm
Greatest. He is the greatest when he does this.
I'm happy to see LeBron do it, and I'm stoked. I'm glad he's got the backing of Kareem. Should just be a joyous thing all around.